42nd Street, you'll feel like you are there. Hope that you will be learning that Broadway music can't be wrong. We'll sing tonight of old Broadway and hope that you'll be there in song. The time has come for Whittier to have another show. We had Paddle Wheels and Dixieland and Jolson, as you know. We have read the books and gone to plays to find some songs to sing. Now we have all the stuff, and we hope it's enough, 'cause the show's a thing. We're gonna sing of Broadway and make you think of Harold Square, and then we'll sing from the shows on 42nd Street. You'll feel like you are there. Hope that you will be learning that Broadway music can't be wrong. We'll sing tonight of old Broadway and say that we'll be there in song, there in song.
George!
Which one of us are you addressing, sir?
Why, George Gershwin and Georgie Cohan, two of my favorite composers.
Do I know you?
Do you know me? How could you forget me? I'm Irving Berlin.
Irving Berlin. Come on. Irving Berlin is a little guy with this high, squeaky voice. You're a great big guy with a way down, deep bass voice.
Look, I waited 101 years to get here. So when I came in, I told them what I wanted to be like.
101
That's
years.
right.
Wow. That means you were born in 1888, 10 years after I was born,
That's right.
and 10 years before Georgie Gershwin here was born. But let's look at history. We are the three composers that made Broadway great.
Well, you're sure right about that, Georgie. Well, what's there to do around here?
Well, this is heaven. We can sit around all day and reminisce about old times, and we can sing all the songs we like, and there's nobody to tell us when to stop.
That's good.
Hey, Georgie, you remember when Eddie Leonard wrote a song? He gave it to Jolson. Jolson thought it was a dud, so he gives it to Cantor. Cantor, biggest hit he had. Of course, it was his wife's name. It was even his theme song. Or no, it wasn't his theme song.
No, but yeah, I remember that one. But just wait and listen. Oh, heavenly chorus, sing a song for us.
Ida, my Ida, I love ya, Ida, dee I do, dee I do. In the region where the roses always bloom, they always bloom, breathing out upon the air their sweet perfume, perfume. You know there lives a pretty maid I long to call my own, for I know my love for her will never die. Oh, my Ida, sweet as apple cider, sweet as cider, sweeter than all I know. I know, come out in the silvery moonlight of love will whisper so soft and we'll whisper soft and low. It seems though can't live without you, live without you. Listen, oh honey, do, please do. Ida, Ida, idolize ya. I love ya, Ida, honey, dear.
Ziegfeld Follies when Cantor sang Ida for the very first time.
Ah, Cantor was okay, but that Jolson, now he could really sing 'em. Remember his theme song?
I sure do. He sang it in my hometown for the very first time in Providence, Rhode Island, and it stopped the show every time.
Everything seems lovely when you start to roam. The birds are singing the day that you stray. But wait until you are further away. You'll find that things won't be so lovely when you're all alone. Here's what you keep saying when you're far from home. I'll keep saying, I'll keep praying that I get to see my mammy. The sun shines east, the sun shines west, but I just learned where the sun shines best. Mammy, my little Mammy, my heartstrings are tangled around Alabama. I'm coming, sorry that I made you wait, You know that I'm coming, hope and pray I'm not too late. I'm not too late, Mammy. I'd walk a million miles for one of your smiles, my Mammy. I'd walk a million miles for one of your smiles, my Mammy, mine.
You know, Jolson was sure a great ballad singer.
Sure was.
When he first met Ruby Keeler, he sang her favorite song.
Oh, yeah.
She wound up marrying the guy.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, well, absolutely nothing.
Life is not a highway strewn with flowers, still it holds a goodly share of bliss. When the sun gives way to April's showers, here's a point that you should never miss. Though April's showers may come your way, they bring the flowers that bloom in May. So if it's raining, have no regrets, because it isn't raining rain, you know. It's raining violets. And where you see clouds upon the hills, you soon will see, you'll soon see crowds of daffodils. So keep on looking for a bluebird and listening for his song. Whenever April showers come along, and where you see clouds upon a hill, you soon will see, you'll soon see crowds of daffodils. So keep on looking for a bluebird. And listening for his song. Whenever April showers come along, when April showers
Well, I don't blame her. But you know Al. He was married 4 times. Love him and leave him was his motto. You know, his theme song was Mammy. But I'll tell you what it should have been.
Goodbye, 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 and goodbye. Goodbye, Tootsie, goodbye. Yesterday I heard a lover sigh. Goodbye, goodbye, oh me, oh my. 7 times he got aboard his train, and 7 times he hurried back to kiss his love again and tell her, Tootsie, goodbye. Goodbye, Tootsie, don't cry. Believe me, the choo-choo train that takes me away from you, no words can tell how sad it makes me. Kiss me, Tootsie, and then do it over again. Watch for the mail, I never fail. If you don't get a letter, then you'll know I'm in jail. Oh, Tootsie, don't cry, don't cry. Tootsie, goodbye, goodbye. When somebody says goodbye to me, I'm sad as I can be, as I can be. Not so with this loving Romeo. He seemed to take a lot of pleasure saying bye-bye to his treasure. Kiss me, Tootsie, and then do it over again. Till you watch for the mail, I'll never fail. If you don't get a letter, then you'll know I'm in jail. My honey, Tootsie, don't cry, don't cry. Tootsie, goodbye. I won't be gone long and I won't do you wrong. Goodbye, Tootsie, goodbye, goodbye.
Oh,
What happened?
let's go this way.
What happened? Wait, I had to take my hat off on that.
This is heaven, you know.
Hey, you guys are talking about the 20s, but you know, it really began around the turn of the century with people like Victor Herbert. You remember his Babes in Toyland?
Sure.
He even had the toys marching. Yeah.
Now's the time for everyone to come along and join the fun. Now's the time for everyone to come along and join the fun. Now's the time for everyone to come along and join the fun. Now's the time for everyone to come along along and join the fun.
The toy shop door is locked up tight and everything is quiet for the night when suddenly the clock strikes 12, the fun's begun. The dolls are in their best array, there's going to be a wonderful parade. Hark to the drum, oh, here they come, cries everyone.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hear them all cheering, now they are nearing. There's the captain, stiff as starch. Bayonets flashing, music is crashing. Is wooden soldiers march. Sabers are clinking, soldiers are winking at each pretty little thing. Here they come,
Here they come,
here they come.
here they come,
Wooden soldiers on parade. Daylight is creeping, dollies are sleeping in the toy shop window fast. Soldiers so jolly, think of each dolly, dreaming of the night that's past. When in the morning, without a warning, toyman pulls a window shade. There's no sign the Wood Brigade was ever out upon parade.
Our brigade,
Brigade,
our
parade, or just a toy brigade. On parade.
Hey, those guys are pretty good. Why don't we hear some more from them? Who did you say they were?
Friends in Accord.
Let's all tell everybody why we're here to sing this song, to sing this song. We've got something to sing about in a contest on a show or anywhere. We're making our music in barbershop style with 3 other guys we know are always there. It reminds us of the day, though it seems so far away. When a foursome was the best in music, yes. So listen for a while as we reminisce in style, like an old-fashioned barbershop quartet. Down by the old mill stream, where I first met you. You were 16. You were 16. My village queen. My queen. By the old mill stream. Sweet Adeline, my Adeline, you're the flower of my heart. Sweet Adeline, my Adeline, now you've got something to sing about in a contest, on a show, or anywhere. You bet it's more fun than you realize. Go get yourself 3 other guys and sing in a barbershop quartet.
You know, Broadway, or the Great White Way, as it's referred to, is a place where more beautiful women have trod the boards, as they say in the trade, than anybody could ever count. So how do you write songs for all of them? And the answer is, you can't. Well, this one composer wrote a song that we think you could apply to any of those beautiful gals back on Broadway, and it goes something like this.
I want a good old-fashioned girl, a girl to call my beautiful doll. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll, let me put my arms about you. I can never live without you. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big beautiful doll. If you ever leave me, all my heart would ache. I want to hug you, but I fear you break. Oh, oh, you beautiful doll. Honey dear, want you near, just turn out the light and then come over here. Nestle close up to my side. My heart is on fire. My heart's on fire.
Love's desire.
Oh, with love's desire. In my arms rest complete. Never thought that life could ever be so sweet till I met you some time ago. And now you know.
Yes, now you know I love you so.
Love you so. Oh, you beautiful doll, you great big doll, just let me put my arms about you. I can never live without you. Oh, the doll, you beautiful doll, you great big blue-eyed beautiful doll. Cuddle near me, honey, close your eyes, 'cause when I'm kissing you, it's paradise. Oh, 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 you beautiful doll. Oh, what a beautiful doll.
Thank you. I think I heard myself. You have marvelous taste, by the way. As Earl alluded to a few moments ago, in speaking of the beautiful dolls, all the ladies who paraded up and down Broadway and on a silver screen, that beautiful doll syndrome, that's a pretty good word, could apply to all you beautiful ladies here in the audience. We'd like to get serious a bit. And play a little pretend. If you're sitting next to that someone special, if you could take that someone special's hand, ladies, you kind of, no giggling, no giggling. Are you okay?
I think so.
If you're too warm, you can go out here at the freeway and lay down on the ice plant and cool off. Well,
Be serious.
to get back to my story.
Yes.
Ladies, if you just pretend that you're Grace Kelly, that's not a bad thing to do.
I'd like
And
to pretend
gentlemen,
that they're all Grace
gentlemen, if you would pretend to be Bing Crosby, and if you remember a song that was sung by Bing to Grace in the movie High Society, we'd like to sing that song for you now.
Sunset nothing to do but to give to you and to give to me. Love forever true. For you and I have a guardian angel on high, with nothing to do but to give to you and to give to me. Love forever true, so true. Love forever true, so
Gosh, almost. Oh, hey, I got something to share with you. I now know that there is one thing that improves as you get older. It's your forgetter. That's true. I just forgot I was supposed to introduce the song that you're going to love the most. It's our last one. You know, thinking of Broadway, so many things happen. First of all, off Broadway. They got to make it there. If they make it there, they can make it anywhere. Oh, that's another song. Then they move it to Broadway. And if it succeeds there, this comes into play, and you can bet sooner or later they're going to make a movie out of it. The way it works. Can you imagine how many movies have been made since Broadway started eons ago? I have no idea. However, the song we're going to sing is going to list some of them for you. So if you will just kind of count them as they roll by, and then see me after the show, because I'd like to know how many we mentioned in the song. Anyway, it's called The Movies, and it goes like this.
There's lots of things in this old world, fancy cars and pretty girls, and something I like more than sunny skies. The grandest thing I've ever seen are pictures on a movie screen, a world of make-believe before your eyes. It's a world of kings and queens up there on that movie screen. It's a picnic crossing River Kwai. Movies are great medicine. We thank you, Thomas Edison, for giving us the best years of our lives.
Citizen Kane, mutiny, mutiny on the Bounty, Bounty Hunter, the Hunter and the Sting. Blackboard Jungle, Jungle Jim, Jim Thorpe, All American, Fred Astaire, and all the ones with Bing. I love anything that moves, dancing feet to horses' hooves, Peyton Place, to Dorothy's trip to Oz. Tom Mix to David Edison, we thank you, Thomas Edison, for giving us the best years of our lives. I love Captain Blood and Elmer Fudd and Charlie Chan, Ben-Hur, the way we were, True Grit and Music Man, yes, Thunderball and Walking Tall and Jaws and Jesse James, Dr. No and Vertigo and Singing in the Rain, Singing in the Rain. One flew over the cuckoo's nest,
The movies are the craziest. I'll be a movie nut until I die. Movies are great medicine. We thank you, Thomas Edison, for giving us the best years of our lives. For giving us the best years of our lives with Dolly Parton. For giving us the best years of our lives.
After Victor Herbert, it was my turn. I had a crush on a beautiful little doll named Rose, and I wrote a song for her.
What's the name, said Shakespeare, so spoke his boy Romeo. When he said a rose would always be the same and smell as sweet by any other name. Well, I don't agree with Shakespeare. Real Romeo, for I fight with Shakespeare, but there's one thing I know. There's a ring to the name of Rosie, a ring ding-a-ling to the name of Rosie. Other names you may say ring true, so they do, but they ring for you. I still cling to the name of Rosie, 'cause there's something to the name of Rosie that gives our heart that ring a Rosie, ring-a-ling, ting-a-ling. There's a ring to the name of Rose. I still cling to the name of Rosie, 'cause there's a little thing to the name of Rosie that gives our heart that ring a Rosie, ring-a-ling, ting-a-ling. There's a ring to the name of ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy. There's a ring to the name of ring to the name of Rose.
Gentlemen, you, sir. Take a deep breath and sing Ice Cream.
Ice cream.
You, sir.
Ice cream.
You, sir.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream.
Son of a gun, you guys are good.
Who was that guy?
That was Meredith Wilson. Yeah, that's the guy that wrote The Music Man and The Unsinkable Molly Brown.
Hey, look, we're in luck. He's been up here directing the chorus, and I think he's going to direct one right now.
To show that you know, you gotta know, you know. I'm gonna learn to read and write. I'm gonna see what there is to see. So if you go from nowhere on the road to somewhere and you meet anyone, you know it's me. You'll see me carried shoulder high by famous people I've never met. But till I leave the rear, it's from the rear you'll hear I ain't is red and has a big brass bed. I'm living, 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 living there.
What did that mean?
Beats me.
We found all kinds of shady characters on Broadway, even some shady ones.
Who, me? Yeah. No.
Yeah, come on.
No. I don't know. Well.
I got the horse right here, his name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do, can do, can do, can do. This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do, can do, can do, can do. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm picking Valentine, 'cause on the morning line, the guy has got him figured at
5 to 9 has chance, has chance, has chance, has chance. This guy says the horse has chance. If he says the horse has chance, has chance, has chance, has chance. Bum, 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 bum. I'll stick with Paul Revere, it seems so very clear, 'cause here's a guy that says if the weather's clear,
I'm
can
picking
do,
Valentine, 'cause
can
on the
do.
morning line, the guy
This
has
guy
got
says
him
the horse
figured
can
at
do.
5 to 9.
But
Has
look at
chance, says the horse
he
can
wins by
do.
a half according
Can
to
do.
this here
Can
non
do.
telegraph.
Big
Big red says the horse has
chance.
This guy says the horse has
rain
chance.
last night.
I
Likes
like
mud.
Valentine, the
Likes
morning
mud.
work looks fine, but
Big
says the
X
jockey's
means the horse
brother is
likes
a friend
mud.
of mine.
But just a
Big
minute,
says
boys,
the
I got the
horse likes
feedbox noise. It's like the
Likes
great-grandfather
mud.
was
Likes mud.
equipoised.
I go for Paul Revere, it seems so very clear, 'cause there's a guy that says the horse very sincere.
I'm
If
picking
he says the
Valentine,
horse
'cause on
has
the morning
chance.
line, the guy
This
has
guy
got
says
him
the horse
figured
has
at 5 to
chance.
9.
Has
chance,
he wins by a half according to this here non telegraph. Epitaph.
I got the horse.
I got the horse.
I got the horse right here. Georgie, you know, you were the one who was always telling us how much you loved your country. Why, one of your songs was my inspiration to write God Bless America.
One of my songs.
Your greatest.
1, 2, 3, 4. Red, white, and blue, I am for you. Long may you wave. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. But should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Grand old flag. There's a feeling comes a stealing, and it sets my brain a-reeling when I'm listening to the music of a military band. Any tune I can't keep doodle simply sets me off my noodle. It's that patriotic something that no one can understand. Red, white, and blue, I am for you. Honest, you're a grand old flag. You're a grand old flag. You're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. But should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Red, white, and blue, I am for you. Keep your eye on the grand old flag. Grand old flag.
That's what you get to do. It has never been sung better. My mother thanks you. My father thanks you. My sister thanks you. And of course, I thank you.
The food here is wonderful. You might even say it's heavenly.
Careful, Irvin. There's one thing not tolerated around here, and that's bad jokes.
That's right.
The thing we do best here is make music.
Yep.
I'd like to hear some music.
Was that?
Yeah, and we better do what he says.
Okay, Gershwin, let's hear your very first Broadway hit. Didn't Jolson sing it?
He sure did. I'll never forget. He sang it in Sinbad, 1919, and I was on my way.
Oh, Swanee Shore, I'm longing more, more and more for you. 'Cause I've been away a long time, and I never thought I'd miss you so. Somehow I feel your love was real. Near you I long to be. The birds are singing, it is song time. The banjo strums soft and low. I know that you yearn for me too. Swanee, you're calling me. Oh, Swanee, how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I give the world to be among the folks in PIXI. Even now my man, he's waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north will see me no more when I go to that Swanee shore. Swanee, 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 well I'm coming back to Swanee to see my mammy, mammy, mammy.
How about your first big hit, Irving?
Well, I wrote it in 1911, and it took the country by storm. But it didn't make it to Broadway till 1918 in a World War I Army show called Yip Yip Yap Hank. Never did figure out what that meant.
Jazz time, swing time, they're all okay. But let me hear a ragtime band today. Come on and hear, come on and hear, come on and hear Alexander's ragtime band. Come on and hear, come on and hear. It's the best band in the land. They can play like you never heard before. That's a run, that's a run, wah, wah. It's just the bestest band what am. Honeyland, clarinets play on tra-la-la-la, while the big bass line goes in-pa-pa-pa. Hear that slim slide trombone, who's the moaning, groaning saxophone. And if you want to hear that Swanee River played in ragtime, come on and hear, come on and hear, come on and hear Alexander's ragtime band. Some band, what's the commotion? I got a notion, something's in the air. Let's meander and we'll take a gander and we'll see what's a-coming down there. Hear those syncopated tunes, see those flashy red suits. It's Alexander's band, I swear. And if you really want to hear that Swanee River play ragtime, come on and hear that jazzy ragtime, looking so neat, coming down the street. The Dixie beat's so very sweet. It's Alexander's ragtime band. Alexander's ragtime band.
Now, that's my kind of music.
That's mighty fine music, but I'll tell you, that Wilson kid, now he wrote the best march that ever hit Broadway. Listen to this.
Here they come, hooray, here they come, today, and they're marching on parade. 76 trombones led the big parade, with 110 cornets close at hand. They're followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones caught the morning sun, with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 reeds springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper-bottomed timpani and horse platoons, thundering, thundering all along the way. Double-bell euphoniums and big bassoons, each bassoon having his big fat say. There were 50 mounted cannon in the battery, thundering, thundering louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters who'd improvise a full octave higher than the sky. 76 trombones left the counterpoint, 110 cornets played the air, the air. I modestly took my place as the one and only bass, and I oom-pa, oom-pa, oom-pa-pa, oom-pa up and down the square. I took my place as the one and only bass, and I marched all around the square. Around the square.
Sounds like he was taking lessons from me. That was a real rouser.
Well, I'll tell you, it's sure a lot better than some of the garbage they're passing off as music nowadays. You know, since you guys have been up here, there's been a movement on to preserve the old songs.
What do you mean old?
Well, let's face it, Georgie. It's been 100 years since you wrote your first song. Anyway, these folks have shows all over the world, and they're singing our songs. Look, down there, in Whittier, there's one going on right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our pleasure to introduce to you tonight our international second-place quartet, the 139th Street Quartet.
Now, there's a guy next door to me, and he keeps me up till 3. He's got a ukulele and a funny mellow melody. He keeps singing crazy words, crazy tune, all that you ever hear him crooning. Bo-do-dio, bo-do-dio-do, bo-do-do. Sits around all night long, sings the same words to every song. Bo-do-dio, bo-do-do-dio, bo-do-dio. His ukulele, daily, how he'll strum, vamping and stamping. Then he'll holler, black bottom, crazy words, crazy tune. He'll be driving me crazy soon with his bo-do-dio, bo-do-do-dio, do-do. Napoleon marched his men, turned around and said to them, bo-do-dio, bo-do-do-dio-do, bo-do-do. Washington at Valley Forge, she was called there, but up spoke George. Bo-do-dio, do-dio, whoa. Remember Patrick Henry in that speech he shouted, give me, oh give me liberty or black bottom. You all heard yesterday, what did President Coolidge say? Bo-do-dio, bo-do-do-dio, bo-do-dio, bo-do-do-dio, bo-do-dio, bo-do-do-dio-do, bo-do-dio-do.
In 1702, Vivaldi wrote a little military song, and 30 years later, Bach did an arrangement of it. Actually, he stole it. He called it Bach's Fugue in D minor, which was somewhat of an improvement on Vivaldi's original military song, because he called his, "She was nice to the regiment, but rotten to the core." Not so funny, but informative. And we now like to sing for you Bach's version in the very worst way, which is, actually he called his Bach's Fugue in D minor. You see, we'd like to do Bach's Fugue in D minor for you now in the very worst way, which is, in fact, how we do it. Here it is, Bach's Fugue in D minor. This evening, we will be singing Bach's Fugue in D minor in the key of B flat. So, we're going to, actually, what we're going to do, we're going to start it out in B and then flatten it out as we go through it.
Ba ba da 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 ba ba da 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 ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da dum da ba ba da ba da 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 da. If
you'd like to join in and sing along, just
ba da ba ba da 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 ba 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 da da bum 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 ba da 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 dum ba da 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 dum ba da 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 dum ba da 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 dum ba ba da
What would Bach be without a barbershop tag?
I'm glad you love the old songs. We've got another one for you. It's entitled Down by the Old Mill Stream, and we just found out something recently about this song which we thought we'd like to pass on to you. It's not very funny, but it is a little informative, and that is the ownership, the international rights to this old American classic chestnut are actually owned by a firm in Tokyo.
It's true.
My darling, I am dreaming of the days gone by when you and I were sweethearts beneath the summer sky. Your hair has turned to silver, the gold has faded too, but still I will remember where I first met you. I met you down by the old mill stream, where I first met you with your eyes of blue, dressed in gingham too. It was there I knew that you'd love me true. You were 16, my village queen, by the old mill stream. Old mill stream. It was there I knew that you loved me true, so true. You were 16. You were 16. My village queen. My village queen. By the old mill stream. Down by the old mill. Down by the old
love that.
Gee, I love that old seaside by the sea, by the sea, by the beautiful sea. You and me, oh how happy we'll be. When each wave comes a-rolling in, we will duck or swim and we'll float and fool around the water, over and under and then up for air. Mars rich, so now what do we care? I love to be beside your side, beside the seaside, by the beautiful sea. You see, there's sure a lot of fun down by the seashore, just watching all the pretty girls go by, Or as you stroll along the old seashore, you see those bathing beauties by the score. It may be better sport to go in swimming, but oh, what fun to lie upon the sand. Bathing suits are also smallsy. Why, they're almost none at allsy. Oh, what fun we had down by the old seashore. Now listen, oh what a time I had with Minnie the mermaid down at the bottom of the sea. I forgot my troubles there among the bubbles. Gee, but she was awfully good to me. Ow, I do like the lovely English seaside. I do like to be beside the sea. Ow, I do like to stroll along the prom, where the prows pen flies tiddly pom pom. I do like to be beside the seaside, down by the shiny silvery sea. Ow, there's lots beside, I would love to be beside the seaside sea. Oh, how happy we'll be. I love to be beside your side, beside the seaside, by the shore. You know that, that's the place I adore. Gee, I love that old seaside.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 1851, an Italian composer by the name of Joe Green wrote an opera entitled...
Yeah, scusi.
Yeah, they're right. It's not Joe Green. It was Giuseppe Verdi. He wrote an opera entitled Rigoletto. And in that particular opera, Rigoletto, he had what he called the quartet from Rigoletto. We'd like to do the quartet for you right now. I don't think this is quite what Joe had in mind.
Oh, we are going to sing of Rigolet, that most beautiful and grand quartet. As the words to this don't mean a thing, we will improvise some words that we all can sing. Sing the best you know, Grandiosio, Rigoletto, you will know. Wait until you hear us sing. Sing, I sing, though it may be falsetto. It's a pretty little ditty when you sing it soft and mellow. Oh, like a cello so mellow. Every basso likes to show you just how loud that he can bellow.
Ah, he will bellow, sweet fellow.
Listen, you're making me a fool. Make me a fool. Make me, oh no.
A Rigoletto, let us go.
Where the macaroni and
Rigoletto.